Yes, y'all. This is your boy, Nick Allen, America's Basis. And tonight, we're going to do our thing. Welcome to the taste, guys.
Yes, y'all, and you don't stop.
I got my girl in here, Nicole Rhocherlyn.
Hey.
And I got a good friend of mine that came in, and Sabri. Sabri in. You over there?
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, here we go.
So, and I got my man over here, my left-hand side man. You could call it the man of all men.
No,
Give it up for Lamar LeBlanc, y'all.
What's up, world?
Welcome to the taste, everyone. I just wanted to say, it's Houston's scene for grassroots news and music. I'm Nick Allen, America's Basis, and I'm loving the idea of just going ahead and explore the corners and the type of music and the arts of our diverse city. Just for the record, tonight, Cobb is not in tonight, but we're going to make sure he gets a shout out. I'm going to shout out to him as well. And then, but for the most part, I just wanted to basically start with, the idea of, tonight we got different commentary. We got our tasting corner. My girl is sitting in the tasting corner. You want to shout out Miss Rhocherlyn?
This is Nicole Rhocherlyn. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good night, good morning, all at the same time.
All that.
Right. And then you have my man Sabri. Want to give a shout out?
Hello. Good to hang around. Good to have some conversation.
Good. So we're gonna have us sitting in the tasting corner today. I got the playback going. I got the my weekly countdown, and I started something new today. Well, it's called the Good People Award. I always want to acknowledge somebody who has basically got some good things going on in here in Houston. So, it's a good thing, and I found somebody really, really good.
That's good.
That's good. But of course, the first thing I want to do is talk about give y'all the playback. So let's go back and do the playback real quick. All right. Yeah, we're back here at the taste. Now we're sitting in the tasting corner with my friend. My friend, literally, y'all don't know that she really was my co-host first, literally.
Wow.
She really was my co-host first, but she has moved on to bigger and better things. I want to give a big shout out to Nicole Rhocherlyn. She is one of Houston's hottest hosts. She's she's been on this show called What's Your Story here at KPFT 90.1. And she's a model. I can go on, but she is just that great of a girl, and I just appreciate you. Welcome to the taste, Mama.
Thank you so much for having me, Mr. Nick Allen, and I too am a huge fan of yours. Of course, we did meet here at KPFT, and yes, I was the co-host that was kicked to the side.
No, you wasn't kicked to the side.
Gosh.
Come on, don't do that. You wasn't kicked to the side.
I'm just kidding. Look, I'm just kidding, guys. We both are so crazy busy with our lives and our careers and everything that we're doing, and I'm a huge fan of you, Mr. Rads. Yes,
exactly.
Yes, I love it.
I appreciate that. Now let's start with just you.
Okay.
Who is the real Nicole Rhocherlyn?
For many years, it actually took me a long time to even let people know my first name, number one, was Nicole. And secondly, let them know my middle name was Rhocherlyn. Because the first thing they say, Roach, it's just like,
wow.
It just drives me nuts. But who am I?
You're a mom?
I am a mother.
Okay.
I have 2 kids, and actually my son just turned 11 on the 1st, October 1st, and my daughter is 19, and actually she's expecting her first child. So that is coming up pretty soon. I know I'm getting ready to be a grandmother, and don't you guys dare say that I look like somebody's granny.
No, you do not look like nobody's granny.
But and I'm just a girl who's chasing after her dreams and learning so many different lessons and things, and just oh my gosh, that's uplifting me, that sometimes feel like it's going to tear me down, but all of it is just worth it, and it's definitely worth the fight, and it's worth the effort.
For
and
sure.
I feel like I've never worked this hard in my life.
Really? That's great,
Yeah.
girl.
That's great.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the first time we're getting intimate. I definitely want to make sure we get to know Nicole Rhocherlyn, you know. So, you
Hey,
know.
Kenya.
So, just about the concept of you being this model, this hottest MC, you know, mistress of ceremony, being a host on What's Your Story. I'm very, very curious about some of your experiences here in Houston, mainly on the entertainment scene. Like, if they're good or if they're bad, I'm interested in that.
You know, every experience, I feel that it has been a good experience because I was able to pull a lesson from it. And because of those lessons and because of those individuals that I've really encountered, it just really made me just kind of see Houston for so much more. It made me open my eyes to so many different things. And I mean, I'm grateful to KPFT because it's what motivated me to start my own media company, Love and Sunshine Media, where that's how I, you know, go out there and do my hosting and my red carpet events, and just to start from someone who was living under a rock and the whole time they've lived in Houston to just come out and be able to do the things that I'm doing, encounter the individuals that I've been encountering, and just grateful for the journey. Even with the modeling, you know, I would have never thought in a million years that I would grace someone's runway.
Right. Sure, and you do well, Mama. Just for the
Thank you
record.
so much. I mean,
Sure.
I never just thought. I'm actually in a pretty big project with a phenomenal woman named Kenya McCarter. I'm so glad she chose me. And it's called What I Survived Should or Could Kill You. And you know, you guys just gonna have to stay tuned to see exactly what's going on with that. But oh my gosh, it's just so much. The list going on and on. My manager also too keeps me really busy, Ty Morrison, Star Class Entertainment. And I mean, I'm doing so many different things.
Well, that's a good thing because staying busy, it's very hard, in my opinion.
It is. It's
here
really
in
hard.
Houston. And, you know, last week I interviewed my man over here, Lamar LeBlanc. And then Cobb jumped in because he's always asking questions to artists, and we always get into this conversation, like what is going to take to get Houston to get off this diversity trip and start really putting in the idea of here's the culture that we have. You know, I'm not trying to make it black or white or try to make it ethnic or, you know, some type of culture when it come to food, the dressing, you know, the stylistic of how you talk. I was having conversation with people just about music in general. Me being from New Orleans, I always say, you know, there's a certain type of swing here that I have not caught, but now I had to catch it as if I'm going to perform here.
Right.
You're right. You were right. And it's crazy, but Houston has definitely have had some successful individuals come out of here, and Houston is definitely on the rise in the entertainment scene, big time. We have so
I agree
many
with
artists.
that. Now, but
yeah.
think about this. They still don't support them local artists.
Oh, you know what? You're right, because
And
you
why
know
is
who
that?
was just here? Who was that concert that was just here? Was it like
Beyonce,
Amigos? Yeah, there you go. I mean,
my son went.
yeah, like
One
how
of my
many
sons.
days did they perform? I think they had like
Three?
two or
Maybe
3
2
days.
or
Oh
three.
yes, but Beyonce already created that concept. Like,
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna go ahead and open up extra days
Right.
just to be able to do, you know, this this show. It's becoming more of a money thing now, right?
You're
Well,
right.
Beyonce is a Houston native.
She is a
That's
Houston
a
native.
large Houston native. That's a whole different beast.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. However, the same way that people out here support Beyonce, I mean, we have Slim Thug. How many people went out there and supported him? He just gave away 2 houses.
Yeah.
You know,
He's cool, good dude.
Bun B and all of their philanthropy
Yeah, we
work.
talked about that last week.
Yeah, I mean, they're on the scene, they're out here, and even in the fashion world, you know, there's so many galas, there's so many different things that go on, and say that you're going to come out, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, where are the numbers?
But what struggles are you having? Like, as you had to, of course, scrape your knee,
Right,
get to a point where you say, hey, I don't think I could do this anymore. But someone gave you a call, somebody gave you a chance,
right.
and eventually, it opened up another door. But what kind of struggles do you kind of have?
Well, mostly the struggles that I've had is just, like I said, getting people to actually show up and support you, especially in my modeling side of things. I'm in the plus community. I personally call it thickish because I'm thick. But even with that, which so much of the population, I do believe it's about 60% of the population are full-figured individuals,
Right.
and a lot of those individuals are women, and regardless of the ethnicity, to come out and support and knowing the different options, boutique-wise or style-wise, hair-wise, makeup-wise, and all of the wonderful things that we can do with fashion and that is now available to us.
Right.
It's disappointing to see. It's disappointing to see that they won't do that, but let it be, like you say, Beyonce or somebody else. They'll spend their money. I actually, prime example, I have the honor and privilege to host a Conversations with Claire Sumner, the editor-in-chief of Fashion Bomb Daily and The Bomb Life out of New York. Very big fashionista on the rise and continues to rise, but I mean, she has millions of followers, right? So I'm the host of this event, and this event is sold out. Those seats were like over $100.
Wow.
To come to one of my fashion shows and expose yourself to another culture in Houston, where the tickets are between $25 and $35, and if you even want a VIP seat, it's just a couple dollars more, where you're also getting food and a swag bag that has all kind of free gifts and everything that's in there.
Swag
You're getting
bag.
alcohol, and you mean to tell me you're gonna spend $100 to come sit over here when you have this in your back door?
Right.
That is a hard thing to witness, because it's like, what are we doing wrong that you're not going to show up?
Well, here's what I always oppose to the investors. Of course, I write a lot of grants. I sit on the boards here.
Yeah.
And I sit on the
Mr.
AKA
Allen.
board.
Yeah.
I sit on the board of the K Foundation. I sit on the board for the Jazz Houston Orchestra. Here's the thing. I always ask the same question all the time. When we do an event, and largest these name brand people they come, but what is going to take to impact the 7 million people that lives here? Because you got to understand where we're from in New Orleans. It's easy to impact. The drive is not long, for one.
Right.
Then the parking is not a problem, but it could become a little nuisance because you got to just find it.
Yeah.
The city that is not built for entertainment, for one instrument, by saying, look, to move 7 million people, and the biggest event that I've seen here in Houston has been the rodeo. And I mean, it can move at
And
least
I cannot
one.
stand a
was
rodeo.
big.
Oh my
Super
God,
Bowl was big.
No,
too.
but the Super Bowl was not big for Houston. It was big for the investors.
Oh, I got
Oh,
you.
I agree, because
So-
what is it? The Marriott Marquis, they did all of that
Yes,
for the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
So it was not. It was not for the Houstonians. It was. It's Houstonian was hosting. It's in the city,
Yeah.
but it was not for the, the proudness of Houston. It takes a little bit more to think about why is it so hard to impact this city.
Maybe, like you said, geographically things are so spread out. Maybe that could affect it. I'm not sure. I wish I could.
I never could understand that. And large cities like New York, large cities like L.A., large cities like
Shut down.
Chicago. Yeah, she is from Chicago, people. Give it up for Chicago. But, silly, they move people.
Yeah, well, it's New York is an animal all itself. I mean, they have a lot of people in the inner city in Brooklyn. I mean, in Manhattan, they don't even have cars. They just get around with walking or the subways or whatever
Right.
it is. I mean, I was watching the game tonight, the Texans against Dallas. And you know how on the commercial breaks, they'll sometimes shout out to local activities that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, like when you see, I don't know. Let's just take, for example, New Orleans. They always show the French Quarter with someone with a saxophone or a trumpet or a bass tuba in their hand, doing the New Orleans thing with music, or they'll show people eating crawfish or eating beignets or whatever. So when one of the commercial breaks for Houston, they were showing this event like an amusement park, but it was in Dallas.
Right.
And they said this is happening in Dallas. It looked like a Six Flags type event. And I was like, that's interesting. They didn't even have anything in the geographical area to show for Houston. So that points to what you're saying.
Of course, because she's sitting there asking the question, or what, you think about the question she's asking. She's asking the question of, look, what is it going to do to take the people to support? Well, hell, how can I get the people to support Houston? Houston don't even support Houston.
But you know what? You think about, like, you're naming these big cities like New York, L.A., Chicago.
They've been established, right?
No, listen, they got reality shows. Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, Lord.
That's Love and Hip Hop LA.
Are you saying that's the secret?
No, I'm just saying, when you look at all of these things that are coming out of that, these reality shows out of Dallas, everybody goes with the trend. And if Houston isn't in the trend market, just like if any other city, like,
I honestly hope they don't go in that trend, man, because it gets ignorant.
Yeah, it does get ignorant. But you know what? The sad thing is that that's what people seek now. Really? Their values and
seek
things.
Ignorance?
No. I'm just saying, like, this reality TV, look at how women try to dress like what she had on. Or, even the fashion game, everything has stepped up a whole entire notch. Our kids demand PlayStation 4s and stuff. Man, we had an Atari and you better sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Atari, we went outside and played football.
Right, we went outside and played football. Everything is even you get people who out here getting Uber Eats, y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all, because I drive Uber. I drive Uber on the side. I'm gonna be so real. I do.
Keep it real,
Uber.
Mama. This is a real show. This is the tasting corner.
But do you know
you
with
in the tasting
Uber
corner.
Eats, we just want to be so catered to all the time. But with Uber Eats, I had this girl order an apple pie and a bottle of water from McDonald's. That's a $2. Just to even put the process through the Uber, she had to pay $5.
Right.
And guess what? I delivered it 1 minute away.
Well, that's pure.
Man.
Isn't that
that's incredible?
That's beyond lazy. That's number one.
Pure lazy.
And greedy. Number two. But I'm saying this to say that everybody, we want people to come to us. Like, why I gotta go through it? But if it's something huge where there's millions of followers and things like that, then people gonna flock to it. But we don't have that. We artists, we're out here in this industry and we're trying to survive with just our people around us. But if we don't go outside of our element, which is Houston, we don't survive.
That's amazing. Yeah. I was in New Orleans one weekend and I watched a commercial with Chip Falstaff.
Oh yeah,
and he basically had some of the local artists like Tanya Boyd.
Oh yeah,
Tanya Boyd.
He's done all of the local artists.
Think about it, but that's huge.
But you got to realize, New Orleans, like I told you, that's their package. The package they present to the world in the airport, in all of the major metropolis, is the music, the food, and the good time.
The good time.
So that's what they have put all their chips on. So in Houston, you have to find out, well, what is the marketing tool? Now, like you're saying, I guess you're trying to say they should make a ploy to be more with the current establishment, with maybe doing the reality type stuff, and I don't know, more urban style of programming. I don't know. Or
speaking of packages with Houston, I feel like sometimes, even though we got people like Travis Scott coming out of the city, sometimes some people still be looking at us like Swishes and Doja.
Right.
And down south in big cars and Cadillacs and stuff. So I mean sometimes maybe for this city, like, it could take a while. As for going back to entertainment, seems like we really only been in the big game, you know, like for maybe some 20 years, you know.
Okay. What would you say the start of it was when Houston started getting in the limelight as far as marketing and entertainment? What maybe was the start?
I say definitely like with hip hop when we had with Houston, their hip hop.
Yeah.
When we started marketing with
Pimp C and Bun B?
Yeah, well, yeah, Bun B, and then we had
well, the Ghetto Boys was big in my era.
Yeah,
the
Scarface. What era was that?
Well, you talk about the late 80s, early 90s. You know, Mr. J. Prince. I mean, but you're right. Still, I travel the world playing hip hop music, and people still know Houston for, you know, Chop and Screwed.
Man,
and things like that.
But that is the style here.
And that's what I say. Go with now. Don't get me wrong. Bun B's really part of the package now. I've seen,
of course, he should be.
I've seen stuff where they show like, this is Houston, come to Houston, and he's part of the package. I've saw him on commercials, so that's a good thing.
Wow.
But when I travel around, and they have band members like Big Paul.
Yeah.
He and I love the Southern down home music.
Sound, yeah.
So we implement it in our rotation, and it's always giving love to someone from Houston, you know. So people still identify H-Town with some of those, you know, Chop and Screwed and things like that. Now, I mean, but what other cultural...
Well, before we go there, I definitely want to get to you on your playlist, and we're going to talk about half of that on that 12 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
So, what is Nicole Rhocherlyn's playlist like? I definitely like to know about that.
My playlist, it definitely does not include today's music. It's like little to none.
Little to none?
Yes, just simply because a lot of it sound the same, and just the things that they talk about. I like music from when it had value to it, when they talked about real situations, and how deep love can go in regards something physical. So besides something physical. So I just miss that kind of music. I love that 90s music. I often listen to the oldies. I listen to a lot of gospel.
Wow.
And sometimes I listen to sometimes, you know who my favorite artist is, even before I met him, Ernest Pugh. I'm just so in love with his music, and I think his range is just something that just drives me nuts.
Well, we got a song for you off your playlist that you said you love so much.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm scared of which one you're gonna pick.
The Yang Yang Twins.
Shake it like a salt shaker.
Of course.
Y'all, I'm telling you, Nick, this is why. Let me tell you why. This is one of my songs. When I was known as Nikki, I was crowned Miss Salt Shaker in the club. In Greenspoint, I think it was called Tommy's. Oh my God.
That's it. You gotta go. Let's go. Welcome back to The Taste.
Yeah.
This is your boy Nick Allen, the American Bassist. And I just wanted to, we're still here talking to my friend, my secret love. Hey, love.
Not like that, John.
Not like that. No, we go back. We go back like
that's
we go back.
No.
But we are on 90.1 KPFT Pacifica, Houston, Texas. So let's go ahead and talk to me about what you have going on. You were saying something about a convention?
Well, actually, it's called National Curves Day.
Oh.
And actually, it's the 4th annual National Curves Day. And basically what has happened with National Curves Day, it has been given a proclamation from the National Curves Day calendar to actually have an official day, not just locally, but all around the country, all around the world, you know. It's such a big honor to know about this organization and also to work with them. So basically, National Curves Day, this year is going to be their 4th annual celebration, and it's this year they're going to have an honors and fashion gala, and it's going to be in Washington D.C., and it's actually going to be in the Reagan National Airport. It's going to be so dope. High fashion, couture, lingerie, you name it, it is going down. But basically, National Curves Day, actual day, is this Wednesday, October 10th. And I'm actually going to be sitting in on a panel with Ty Morrison from Star Class Entertainment.
Look at you.
Also,
I'll be darned.
Totally Randy, who does, her own thing with all the national days, National Taco Days, all those kind of things. She'll also be on the panel, and we'll be talking about the modern day woman, the modern day model, and also too the modern day mother. And the great thing about National Curves Day, it talks about and teaches body positivity.
Wow.
And we
talk about that.
Yes, self-confidence, peace, love, and they got their curvy models, and then their dapper bombshells for the men too. And so it's just going on, and the mission is to embrace, encourage, empower, and and just show how
they got any fat men.
See, I say curvy.
There you go.
I said curvy.
The lady just said positivity.
I am positive. I'm positive. People fat.
But for those who want to come out, and actually the young lady Ty Morrison, that is going to be on the panel with me on Wednesday in the Galleria at 5:00, from 5 to 8 at Eloquy. And of course, we're supposed to be wearing red. So everyone who wants to come out and support this movement that we're doing is to wear red also to the event. But hey, it is definitely something that I'm excited about. I was supposed to be in DC this year, but things happen and I can't go now.
Bigger, better things.
But my heart is there. And I support each and every curvy woman and curvy male who is going to get up on that runway and do their thing and represent for the curvy community. And regardless of the ethnicity, it's for everybody.
Male, that's something I haven't heard of.
Yes. The curvy bombshells and the dapper bombshells. Look, let me tell you, y'all, if y'all have not seen a curvy fashion show, let me tell you, we put on the show now.
Oh, I know.
We walk that walk. We dress, we dress how we want to dress, and we look tasteful, and we look good, and we feel great.
That's what it's about.
And I have been so blessed with the honor to just work with so many amazing women, not too many men, but so many amazing individuals that all they do is just like it's like a brotherhood and a sisterhood. Everyone is just so uplifting, encouraging, giving pointers, helping. Everybody's just so hands on. But when you see how it all just comes together, and we just, man, it's just awesome. So shout out to National Curves Day. Shout out to Ty Morrison, the brand ambassador, the Curvy ambassador. I mean, shout out to everybody and everything that they're doing, all the wonderful sponsors, and the way that they give back as well.
That's perfect.
To youth and
support
and everybody. So no one's left out.
So tell me about this next song on your playlist.
Like I said, I very seldom listen to the music that's out today, but that Daniel, I do believe Daniel Caesar with that her. Oh my gosh, the best part, being a woman who's been in relationships and been in a divorce. I mean, if I am to date or marry again, this is what I want him to say to me. You're the coffee that I need in the morning. Yes.
Really?
Come on now.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm the best part. You're sure right about that.
You're feeling yourself tonight.
I may be feeling myself, but yes, I am the best part.
That's good. You're listening to the Welcome to the Taste. Yes, you listen to 91.1 KPFT. I'm still sitting here with my friend, the beautiful Nicole Rhocherlyn. She's just exploring her.
That's the best part of the song. He just
that's what I told him.
If you love me, what you say?
We played that song. We played it in DC.
Well, you better sing. Go do it. Come on.
You gonna make him sing?
If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Oh, if you love me, won't you say something? Oh, if you love me, won't you?
Okay, y'all can cut this out. You ain't asked me to sing.
Go, Nick. Go. Come on with it.
She got good taste, so she got this new R&B. She knows where it's at.
That's how you end it, right? Well, before we go into anything, I definitely want to actually pull out my new segment, which is called the Good People Award. I want to acknowledge somebody here in Houston every week who is actually putting on doing good things in Houston, is actually changing lives. You know, I don't want to do any world news. Like most of the KPFT shows are doing more world news than anything. I need to focus right here on the news that's happening in Houston. And with the world news and stuff, we've got Captain Cheddar still sitting in the White House, doing his thing. And,
wait a minute. You said Captain Cheddar.
Captain Cheddar. I've been calling him Captain Cheddar. It ain't nothing new.
You really should talk about recently what happened.
Man, I want to talk about
that.
With
the tax?
With
the taxes?
Supreme Court.
Oh, well, you know what? We could talk about it a little later.
Goodness.
We can add it a little later. But
I want to talk about what they found out about his taxes and their daddy taxes.
That's what I really want to know.
That.
I definitely want to know about it. But here's the Good People Award that I definitely want to explore. And here's what I'm talking about. This week's recipient for the Good People Award goes to Dr. Jim Allison. Jim Allison, Ph.D., an immunothologist and Executive Director of Immunotherapy at Houston's MD Anderson Hospital, is the latest recipient to win the Nobel Prize. It's reported he's the first MD Anderson scientist to receive the world's most prominent award for outstanding discovery in the field of life and science and medicine. Allison launched an effective new way to attack cancer by treating the immune system rather than the tumor. Allison has collaboratively worked with scientists around the globe for expanding the field of immunotherapy. Some of the leadership positions included serving as co-leader of the Stand Up to Cancer Research Institute, Cancer and Immunotherapy Dream Team, as well as director of the Park Institute for Cancer Immunotherapy, PCI. Give it up. A warm welcome. Good People Praise Dance for Dr. Jim Allison. All right, we got to praise him.
Praise him.
All the way.
That's a soprano right there.
Nick forgot his bass.
No, I didn't forget it. I just didn't bring it. We had a caller that came in that actually asked you, can you say everything again about the National Curvy Day?
The National Curves Day is Wednesday, October 10th. That is the national day out the entire U.S. for all the curvy individuals of the world. So yes, on Wednesday at Eloquy in the Galleria Mall from 5 to 8 p.m., we will be hosting a panel, all curvy women, model, mother, and the modern day woman, having a live discussion and just celebrating our curves and body positivity and empowerment. So we'll be there, and hey, if you come out, make sure you do wear red, and if you also wear red, you will receive a discount at Eloquy that day on your purchase. So come out and support it. Tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends, please. Yeah. So I'm working on trying to get a nice social media status on this show. Mm-hmm. It has great parts to it. I think the show is lively, it's youthful and it's urban. So I want to start doing social media stuff on it so we could kind of post stuff like that.
Yeah.
I haven't got to that point yet. I mean, this is what, week 4?
All you have to do, you sitting there, go live on your social media right now.
Now, see, that's where I am. That's where I'm the dinosaur. I'm not that social media guy like that.
You know what? With me even having a media company, it's so many things that I had to learn. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of work, but you can definitely do it right here from your phone. You can actually save it and upload it to your YouTube channel. So hey,
sure.
and you can set settings where
I know,
it posts
that's
to
what I was thinking about.
everywhere.
We should turn this into a YouTube channel.
Turn
told you
up,
that.
turn up, Nick, turn up.
It's
Turn
funny
it up.
though how
Turn it
how
up,
social
Nick.
media.
Turn it
Video.
up.
It's definitely gonna get. It's definitely. I'm cussing.
I can
this.
start. I have
If
all
you,
my
look, let me
shoes
tell you,
around.
this is my
I bring all
request
my
to you.
stuff for a visual. I bring all my tennis shoes. I'm a sneakerhead.
Yes, go set it up. See,
See?
this is why you got great people in your studio right now, Nick.
I
and
couldn't say that.
you have a big network of people. I know you know some amazing people because I've
Of
seen
course.
it. I've seen it myself. So hey, you got the fan base. You just need to go and
Let's
make it
do
happen.
it, man.
I need to do it. Huh?
Let's
Yeah.
do it. But let me tell
I
you,
will be
since
working
this is
on it.
called The Taste, and you
Yes.
think we think, I think The Taste should have snacks.
But you know what? You know
I'm
what?
just saying, The Taste.
I can honestly tell you that I'm gonna start bringing wine for the taste because it's supposed to be that kind of. I'm really trying to create, and this is my vision, a tasting room. And then you know how you actually sit in the tasting room in a corner, and it just be a smoke. It'd be guys that be maybe have cigars, and also just have a taste of wine, and someone keep on saying bringing a new style of wine over. That is my vision, and we just get real and talk about issues and just having a taste.
Women too. They.
Yeah. So
What you
I'm
mean
gonna,
women? Hold on, wait a minute.
Women
What you
smoke.
mean women too?
meaning that
smoke
women
the cigars.
I have
Oh,
friends,
okay,
women that
yeah.
smoke cigars and stuff
I'll be
like that.
honest, I do it occasionally.
You little
So
runt.
don't forget.
I know it probably
sisters.
shouldn't, but I was like, this is so bougie.
Well,
girl.
now y'all ready for the commentation of Nick's commentating?
Go ahead, Nick. We ready.
Y'all
We
ready?
Yeah, 2 cents.
Well, here we go. Here's my take on things that makes my ass itch. This week's commentary of things that makes my ass itch is about how double standards really work in America. Double standards are one of the most unwritten principles we have here in America. It's been happening for years, as back as the Tea Party. According to Google, standards is defined as a rule or principle that is unfairly applied to different ways to different people or groups. What is not said about the side effects of this drug is the progress moving forward in making critical decisions.
Because you gotta stop
Effects on culture
those who start acting and creating history for themselves.
and mankind's ability to be patriotic.
Why give a shit when the person don't have a chance?
Of course, there are points when administrators put their best foot efforts on pleasing the main base or a set of workers who is making the regime stronger. Let me be clear on how double standards work. Here is an example. On Tuesday, September 25th, 2018, America's Dad, Dr. William Cosby, also known as Bill Cosby, was convicted on rape charges and found guilty for the use of drug exchange for unwanted sex pleasures. However, these allegations against Dr. Cosby started as sexual assault dated back since 1965.
There's some math here. Carry the 5.
A total of 49 years ago. Primarily, the same allegations came about on our sworn-in Associate Supreme Justice Brett Kavanaugh, accused of sexual assault by Dr. Christine Blasey Ford. Here's what we know on both. The time frame in which the event happened, there are many years ago, primarily over 20 years ago. The amount of accused that came forward. There are more than one to describe the event will happen in their similar fashion. Now, these items listed are not sure as facts, but it's known this information was serious enough to be reviewed as a crime. Now, some people will argue literally in face viewing range about these situations are different. There are not multiple definitions on what is sexual assault, maybe different descriptions on how to consider sexual assault. Here's the standard. For us not to be divided, the rules that are set up for the American human race needs to be followed by everyone.
Not happening.
I don't like the fact when double standards are the root of why protesting and disagreement are on the table and making us as a human race mean and more divisive towards one another. When the truth is, we are all on the same side. I can't wait until the day this oxymoronic country stops separating everything as objects for what we believe is perfection. And this type of thinking makes my ass itch.
I love it.
Welcome to the taste.
Lord.
I love it. Oh my God. I love it.
Welcome to the taste, guys.
Yeah.
That was tasty right there.
That was supposed to be tasteful. You know, we was just talking about, what Captain Cheddar was doing and the idea of how, this double standard thing is. Bill Cosby get convicted. I mean, he's been in court since 2014.
Right.
And this guy,
Brett
Kavanaugh, comes out of the nowhere and he gets sexual assault and they brush it underneath the underneath the rug. Well, here's my take on it. I say, so there is two different types of sexual assault. There's rich man sexual assault, and then there's lawmaking sexual assault. And so those two.
But you missed the other part. One is the inside of the Oreo, and the other part is the
that's
outside.
really what it
Well,
boils
no,
down
I didn't want to
to.
put. You know what? I didn't want to put color to it because
But
they're both are powerful men. Let's be real.
What it is.
That's
though.
what it is. It's a racial.
They're both
Even-
powerful men.
No, I didn't
Bill
want.
Cosby's probably richer
The difference
than him.
is also too what you call him, cheddar face.
Oh
What
no,
you call him?
Captain Cheddar.
Captain
See, I could
Cheddar.
never call him president. That's not going to happen.
Oh no, neither can I.
happen.
But Captain Cheddar is also too backing him,
Yes.
Kavanaugh, in all of this. So, and he has clearly shown that yes, I made it into office, and yes, I'm going to kick every Democratic individual, every person that has a opposite opinion as myself. Everybody, you're going to be out.
Right.
And I'm going to stick by these people. And even
That's something
him
bullish.
making fun of, the woman who came forward and mocking her
Such a buffoon.
openly.
So
And this isn't the
disrespectful.
first time that he's openly disrespected a female.
Such a nincompoop.
And to see on TV that these women are behind him, women for
Yeah, I
him,
heard that.
his name, him.
I can go on, but I could just shit.
It's shameful. It's shameful. But not only that, man, when he got into the presidency, you telling me that I just graduated with my second degree from college. I've been seeking for a job since then, since May. But then you tell me this man who turned out has gotten over $60 million from his daddy to invest in his business, who has no governmental, political science, any type of political experience now whatsoever. But he's a businessman who's had bankruptcies and counted on his daddy to build him back up every time he fell, can come into office. So you telling me nothing is required but my foul mouth and the color of my skin.
That's it.
And
First
you did
the
it
color.
openly, and people are still. He has caused so much chaos.
You see why my ass is itching?
Yes, yo, it's itching. And as a matter of fact, I got some lotion in the car. I got you.
I appreciate
Oh,
that.
well.
But that's what it come down to. That's it is what it is.
Yeah, don't forget nincompoop. That's what that guy is. That guy is a nincompoop.
And don't
I'm
forget,
sorry.
Texas is a very big Republican state.
I don't
Yes.
give a crap. I'll be honest with you. I'm not big. I guess I'm independent. I'm not big on all that crap.
Me either.
Here's I think the coup de grace for me is literally, let's not do the double standards. If you were okay with just putting through an investigation, you would shut me up and a couple other people up, and there would be no questions about that. But you hiding something. So F
Right.
you, boy, F you, and F you.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
I agree.
Well, he takes the approach. His whole administration, as I told you, the tone is, okay, I did it. Now, what you gonna do about it? I'm still gonna forge through what I want to forge through, and that's what she's saying. It's like the females and the witnesses, the people who accused him, they came forward, had the investigation, and he still, got the seat. So, I mean, that's how.
Yeah, regardless of how irate he got at one point talking to in front of them, and what did he say? What have you ever been a college student? Have you ever, you know? I couldn't get away with
I know.
I couldn't.
He made me so mad.
That.
I could just shit. I just almost went over he made me, boy. Ooh. And you saw that lady in the background. She was like, "What? What you doing? How you gonna ask that lady that? You stupid."
Yeah, but I was proud of those, those Republicans that came forward, the male and female, who were saying that they didn't care
what's his name, Flint? Thanks for his heroic ideas.
Yeah.
To kind of like pause a little thing. Just pause. Yeah. Like, hey, stop. Let's think about this. If we could come up to some kind of agreement. And Lindsey Graham just actually made me extra mad. And I like Lindsey Graham. Yeah. Because he was one of the real ones. Him and Senator John McCain, but he came out with this punching and popping and you rolled in the wrong town, my friend. Well, you know what, my friend Lindsey, you can go to hell with that concept. Because you talking crap.
You use your Caucasian voice. Do it again.
You can go to hell.
It's probably close to they get to a filibuster. I mean, all they're just trying to do is interrupt the way, I'd call it the judicial system, but it was a job interview, and they brought a prosecutor and just made it into a spectacle. Right. But I mean, the thing about this Kavanaugh thing could be, manyfold, but definitely twofold in these ways that y'all said, like, he was in high school. Can you defend how he's in high school when you have people of, like, black and brown of colors still getting put in jail and prosecuted for the same things, the same behavior or suspected behavior? It happens Central Park 5 and such, and it's just a nuisance to think that you can have this one person put the statute of limitations on them, say nothing's wrong here, right? And the other thing is that I was on a social media discussion board once because of course it seems like there's this divide in the left. And they're saying this is why the Republicans always win, because they're always together. Yeah, and it's very tribal. They just stick with it because they knew that if they get this Supreme Court nominee on the court, 30 years, we try and get a resolution that actually helps us, that actually benefits us. You think the court won't fight against that with this guy in Kennedy C? Right. So they just stick with it. They stick with it no matter what, and no matter how ridiculous it is. They know how to stick with it.
Yeah. Y'all know what time it is?
You're right.
What time?
It is time for the weekly pick countdown, guys. So we definitely got to go into that. So this week we actually going to be having our music done. This is Jay Ply's Reason. He's number 5 on our list. Jay
Plies, I have never heard of you, but I am a fan officially. You have that old school R&B type sound. Your vocals are not drowned out by so much extra nonsense in the song. Like,
he touched your soul.
The lyrics, though, woo.
It did something to you, I see.
Yeah, it touched your soul.
Okay,
somebody gonna produce some kids. So I'm just gonna say it because that's what's gonna happen. Not me. I can't have any more. I'm a single woman, so I'm not interested in that right now. But oh my goodness, if I could have some kids, I would practice on that song.
Not practice.
I'm gonna practice until I get it right.
Practice makes perfect.
That's right. I stole this stroke until I can't do no more.
Be stroking.
That's right.
Look, in the words in lieu of Houston, Texas, that we represented, hit it with the mute.
That's right. Remember, everything is big in Texas, even Nick.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, I gotta tell you, we gotta go to number 4, guys. It's definitely This is my man, Mr. Kyle Turner. He's a jazz artist, so he got to make sure he's on my list. He's one of my mentors, man. He's one of the guys that I really, really love, and his music. This song here has really been doing some wonderful things. So check this out. Give it up for Kyle Turner, and that was Michael Ward sitting up on the violin with him.
Well, yeah, he's awesome. Homeboy.
Yeah.
I love that.
That pop violin's coming in.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more. Yeah, definitely more artists coming with it.
They use it in hip hop too a lot.
They do. Have you ever? There's an artist who's, if he hasn't already been here, he's getting ready to come. But he's been here a couple times. I also had the pleasure of interviewing him. But his name is Richmond Punch, and when I tell you he can get down on that rack it up on the violin,
we might have to bring him here.
Oh,
You have some fun with that, Jack.
I'll put you in contact, man. He is dope, and he's an older man, and he's pretty funny, and he likes to tell jokes in between his sets. But
I know I got a joke for y'all too.
Oh my God.
Here's a
Oh
real
my
joke
God.
though.
Wait a minute.
This is a real joke. So a lady, she's basically went to she's actually cheating on her husband, right? And she, as she's cheating on her husband, basically she and the cheating guy, they needed to go to the hotel, so they call an Uber, and when they call an Uber, the Uber driver happens to be her husband, her real husband.
Oh my
Man.
God!
So what happens is he's confused on what is she's doing out with another guy, why he's driving out Uber. Well, she's confused why he's driving Uber because she never knew that. Ain't that some foolery?
It is foolery.
Too much foolery.
Some foolery. Well, that's what. Let's go to old school. My next person.
Wait, that was it? Nothing happened?
Yeah,
He
what
didn't get
happened?
beat?
What
She
was
didn't
the
get put
punchline?
out? I mean, what happened?
I can't tell you what happened. More of the show, she got punched them out.
Oh, I hope not.
Oh,
I hope
Lord.
not.
Well, according to I was on weirdthings.com or something like that, and I read it. And I'm like, how do you not know your husband drive Uber? Wait a minute. How do you not know what car that your husband driving? Because they drive their own car.
Yes, and you can see the face on the
Secrets.
app. What an idiot.
Secrets.
I'm confused. Y'all ready for number 4?
Yeah. Number 3.
I hope you got my girl on.
I'm
the
sorry,
team,
number 3. Yeah, you know me. I'm kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Pops around here.
Clearly.
Cat Webb. She's from Austin, but she's raised here in Houston. She's got this song out that came out last year, literally. And it's called Old School, and it has such great flavors. And it's funky as hell. Listen to this, guys. Yes. Isn't that something? Cat Webb.
I love her voice.
Nice tone.
Her voice, yeah, her voice
Nice.
is
It's
nice.
nice tune.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at the numbers, and we got still listeners. People calling in and asking about the Uber thing.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
It's interesting.
Crazy stories, man.
Welcome to the Taste, people.
But you know what? I'm happy that you got call-ins on this other show that I was on. Like it was like Cricket Town when it came to.
Well, you know this
No
this show
shade.
is
I
so
won't name
urban.
the show.
This show is so urban. I'm not keeping it formatted. Like when I do panel talks, this is not a panel talk. This is still music and kind of talk and interviewing. When I do panel talks, this is when I'm probably open up the lines and get the opinion of the people because it's important.
But hey, you're a KPFT. We're about community, and that's how you have to incorporate it in. And the fact that you're doing something on this caliber, I think it's something that KPFT needs. I think it was well overdue. And hey, salute! I'm so glad you're doing this.
I'm glad you're here with me. It feels real good to have you here with me. You got to come back, right?
I'm gonna come back. You know, the listeners don't know about the little mock. Our little mock, that we did. It was hilarious.
It was cute.
Yes, it was so funny. So
It was
absolutely,
cute.
I will be back.
I'm glad. I need you to be back. It's not that you will be back. I need you to be back.
I will.
Put a plug in for me right and quick and say, welcome to the Taste.
Welcome to the Taste
With
Nick Allen, and I'm just sidekicking over here today, Nicole Rhocherlyn.
Okay, say it one more time. I am Rhocherlyn. Welcome to the Taste with Nick Allen.
I am Nicole Rhocherlyn. Welcome to the Taste with Nick Allen.
Now we're going to number what? Oh, this is not a number. Actually, I do a feature. Yeah, I do a featured thing. So this lady is out of London. And I just like to kind of like explore that, indie artist, and she captured this American sound so well. I think it was just so dope the way how things were sounding. So I definitely want y'all to vibe to this because this is Zoe, and she's called it "Keep With Me." It's so dope, and I actually caught her on stage. I think we was in Freiburg, Switzerland, and she was just basically cutting it, and it sounded good. This song really caught me. Check this out. That was Zoe, guys. What y'all think of that?
Fresh,
I love the
dope.
vibe.
Real
it's so
dope.
like chill, like who can I merge? Kind of like Erykah Badu meets Jill Scottish.
Yeah.
Almost like maybe like an Erykah Badu meets SZA.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Tell you what though, these producers are catching on to this chill vibe though. They got and don't forget where they got their drums from is from this Erykah Badu stuff.
Neo
what am I trying to say?
Well, when literally talking to Erykah, she said she just do R&B. She really doesn't do neo soul. She don't know where that came from.
Yeah,
it's a jazz mixture with really just R&B chords.
Yeah, okay.
So that's really what it is. Because she sang jazz, she inflect like Ella. She inflect like a Billie Holiday.
Holiday for sure.
So. And it's just over R&B chords, the same kind of chords that Shaka Khan did, but she just was sounding more of a pop-ish artist. Because I don't think a lot of people know Shaka Khan was actually a jazz artist.
Oh, for sure.
I had no idea.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, she is.
She
actually
plays the drums. She does a lot.
But that's the thing about artistry back then. When you said plays the drums, artistry back then, most of our artists now don't even dabble on an instrument enough to be able to create highly creative work. And I think that's why we're getting more and more, I want to say, watery in the music. Not that it's not good music, it's a little watery.
Yeah, I just got more producers than musicians, really.
Well, and you know what? That's not a bad idea because most of the musicians were producers at that time. I think the only issue that I'm taking up with is this. For an example, most Erykah Badu plays guitar, so she got an idea. People will put Harry Belafonte on a pedestal, but Harry played drums.
Yes, very well too.
Nat King Cole, Nat King Cole played piano. So these are people that not only had beautiful voices and had hits, but they also were instrumentalists, so they can understand what to sound like across the board of the instrument, or what to do across the. Now, I think the church is hurting it a little bit, and I go back to that.
You alluded to that last week.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're hurting it a little bit.
Spiritual sense, you're saying?
No, it's definitely not
with
spiritual.
The music component.
Yeah, and that's because the no one is telling the baby that she's hollering.
Like Fantasia, I love her voice.
She got a beautiful voice.
I can't listen to her at the end of her song. I would literally have to turn it.
That hollering stuff is not gonna last. If you start at the age of 20, you're gonna be done by 50 because I swear,
the vocal cords
you're gonna just sound like you just smoked all your life.
Speaking of SZA, I think that's where she was at for a little while, wasn't she?
Who?
SZA.
Or wait, no, someone else that blew out her voice for a little bit. No, it was SZA.
SZA?
Yeah,
she had an
Mariah
incident
Carey.
where she was supposed to, I think, actually do a concert in New Orleans, and she said her voice was gone.
Yep.
From fatigue and everything. But
wow,
y'all got to see this Quincy Jones documentary on Netflix.
Okay,
it just came out probably about a month or a couple of weeks ago.
I gotta get on that. He's my idol, bro.
Man, he talks about all of these issues that you're discussing in music, and obviously his life is such a journey that's just the icing on the cake. But check it out. He talks about
where we at number 2, guys. What y'all think? So I'm gonna bring out this number 2 lady. Her name is Sheila Moore Piper. Yeah, she be piping. Okay. She got a beautiful song. My mentor Horace Alexander Young did all the horn parts on it. This is my number 2. It's called Get Excited. Yeah. So check this out. Y'all listening to the Welcome to the Taste on 90.1 KPFT, Pacifica, Houston, Texas. So the night is almost over, guys, and it's already 90 minutes of fun. You heard me? So what you can say?
That
was my New Orleans accent right there. You heard it?
You're so multifaceted.
I am. She said multifaceted.
Multifaceted.
Did you hear my New Orleans accent? That 90 minutes of fun. You heard me?
You heard me. That's New Orleans. You heard me.
Now say baby. Say it.
Hold up, baby. So you guys, I'm on number One now, yeah. But we're gonna do number one. How y'all feel about number one?
We don't know.
Let me explain who number one is then. Number one is this young lady from Houston, Texas. And her name is Karina Bell. She got a tune out that's been actually all over the Houston. She's been nominated for the Houston Press Award for 7 times. You should check this song out. It is like butter, you know. So she got this thing called Growing Pains, and I always did like the song, and it just had that vibe, that Erykah Badu vibe that you was talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
R&B.
Yes, y'all. What do y'all think of that?
Tight, real nice.
That was cool.
Number one.
Number one. Why is it number one? You know, that's why it's number one.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So yeah, we gotta end this show, y'all. It's like time to go. It's always 90 minutes of fun for me, and it's like, you know, even like our shows, we be having so much fun on stage, and those 90 minutes go so fast, but you practice so much,
and it goes by.
It just goes back so fast.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. So, you know, but it's great. I want first of all thank everybody for coming out. My man Sapri Anderson, he's sitting on my left.
Yes.
He's the guy to the left.
Thank you.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
can't see in here.
No, that's the Democrat. Yeah, the left. Yeah. And on my right,
Wow.
Republican. On my right, Lamar LeBlanc. He was interviewed last week, and he came in the city. And he's just loving the loving
I'll be
loving
back
the show.
if you want me back.
Definitely.
I'll be back.
And then now I got my guest tonight. Of course, she is my girl, Nicole Rhocherlyn. I thank you for coming out.
Thank you for saying my name right.
I have
Bless you
to.
for
Of
that.
course, I
Thank
have to. I appreciate all that. You know, well, I want everybody to say welcome to the taste on 3. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the taste.
with Nick Allen.
There you go. There we go. We
And
go.
that very white boy.
You hear him, huh? He trying to do something different.
No.
That's what this is about. He's trying to do something. Well, I want to say good night to everyone.
God.
You're listening to the Welcome to the Taste with 90. I keep messing this up, right? Let me repeat that. Okay. Welcome to the Taste.
They gonna get you.
I know. I'm gonna get myself. You listen to 90.1 KPFT Pacific Coast Houston, Texas. One of those.
I thought it was saying Pacific Coast
Can somebody
Records.
help
What
him
is
out? You are listening to 90.1.
You need to get that wine in here.
I know.
Yes.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Get off my.
KPFT
Y'all get off my
Something to
line.
smoke.
Get off my line. Get off.